Bienvenido, welcome. I'm Oni Boi, your favorite hobby tourist. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Ooh, let's see who's in here. We have Alan, Warden, Mr. Ghost, Isabel. Welcome, all of you guys. I'm so glad you guys showed up. That is so nice of you. Today we're gonna continue doing some TCG styled like a devlog design talk. For this one, I was gonna. So we actually finished these three, right? We finished Gires, Nova, and we have Alice, the Wonder. So I was thinking today we're gonna go with like a different direction, right? We're gonna go with wait, we have a toy, right? Here. Obviously the art is subjective. We're gonna change the art later on. This is just like mainly the design. I'm using like some old doodles and stuff. So we'll probably fix these characters up so they look a lot better later on. Like I said, also overview. This is Kides, which is like a rushdown character, very fast. You can see like she only uses one energy to actually do any actions. She tends to get stronger. You know, toys are stronger later on. That's kind of like the concept behind it. Like they wind up, they like warmed up, that kind of concept. Then we have Doodles. Doodles, their whole thing is about spacing, like the front and the back spacing. So if you notice, Alice has the ability to lock in other LMs, like league members, lock them in into like the front or the back space, stuff like that, you know? Then we have Nova over here, who is a lullaby. He's all about music. So his thing about like echoing notes. His whole thing is about like boosting up his allies or like maybe like doing like debuffs to like enemies, stuff like that. So here, so it's like he has the ability to add +1 to himself. So like you get it, where it's like one of those things like able to boost depending on different situations. And then we're gonna make a new one. We're gonna do a star, right? Yes, I think that was the other one. That was the fourth one we were gonna do. I was going to do. Wait, let me actually make sure. Now that I look, let me check my notes. I'm pretty sure I wrote down it was gonna be a starlight. I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure before we get in any deeper into this. I am gonna read you guys' comments in a moment. Wait, no, it's not in these. Where are those notes? Ah, they're over here. I was like looking at it. Hold up. Oh, I look. Starlights. Oh, wait, we're missing somebody. I was like, I knew there was something off. We're missing one character. I was looking as I know we're missing one. We're missing a sweet treat. These are all like obviously rough designs. Grab that, drop it in. Just throw it over here. There we go. I was gonna say we have 4, but I want to add one more. Right? These are all rough designs still. Don't think anything serious yet. Okay, let me actually check what you guys are saying. Alan, Oni, I made you a custom 8. Oh, that is very kind. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the subs. I mean, it is nice. Thank you. Thank you very much with the Oni trophy. Warden, whoa, is that red hair dude using Nova dude as his moves? Huh? No, this is a girl. Gides is a girl. And also this guy's name, I'm not sure what he's gonna be called. I just put him Nova for now, but it'll probably be something else. His name originally was Charming, if you're curious. I changed it because they were supposed to be like fairy tale characters. Like this was Cinderella, this was Alice in Wonderland, this one's Snow White, this one over here was Prince Charming. They were all like that. That was the original concept for these characters, but I ended up using them I'm using for a different project, I guess. Mr. Go, wait, Alan. Oni, I'm surprised. I was first. I'm always late. Ah, nice. I did see you were first one to comment. Mr. Ghost, in my game. What happened in your game? Oh, let me go back. Mr. Ghost, hey Oni, I would like to tell you about a character who deals with an area where you regenerate. Oh, okay. So it's getting like a positioning. Oh, I like that. So like, almost like a totems. In a lot of games, you'll see that where it's like a totem, where it's like healing and stuff like that. That could be really cool. We'll see what we're gonna design, because we're gonna design. We want a healer, right? So we'll see what we design. I was thinking of grabbing some like an older doodle of mine, but I want to like just make this one up with you guys. And let's see, because I do have a bunch. I have a bunch of like toys and sweets, which I'll probably use. But I think for the lullabies and the starlights, I'll probably. We also have some doodles I want to use. But for like the starlight and lullabies, I'll probably make with you guys. I think they'll be best. Warden, Ghost, and me are first. Oh, I know what today's stream nickname is. Fun Card Friday. Oh, that's fun. That is actually a fun one. Fun Card Friday. I kind of like that. Warden, charming hair from Roblox. Lol. Well, it's just it's Pompadour. Mr. Ghost, in the Polar Empire Coffee Co. What's that? In your game, there's like a coffee. That's interesting. See, I'm not sure. Like, actually, what name do you guys think instead of Nova? Because I just gave him Nova just because it was Casanova. Okay, so he actually went multiple names. It was Casanova, then he turned to Charming, and then I just put him as Nova. But now thinking about it, you're right, Nova Black. It's like all these names they're gonna change. None of this is like locked in stone. You know, they're like I'm gonna like play test a lot too. That is gonna be one thing that's gonna be fun with the streams. I've even spoke to somebody who's interested in play testing with me. So that would be really cool. Who's also making a game. So I think that would be really cool if I could do that in one of these streams. One of the TCG streams. That would be like really cool, actually. But okay, so we are going to design a new one. We're going to design a healer character. So I think for that, I'm like looking at these, right? Let's grab Nova, right? It's not a big deal which one. But I just want to grab Nova for right now. Double him up. And let's put him on the top. And make him bigger. And then we're going to play with, like, we're not. Oh, that's not the proportions I wanted. Let's keep his proportions nice and big. And let's do that around over here, like this. Right? Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then let's actually play with this guy. Let's actually mess with what his stuff says. Let's see. What is a warden? Maybe Zyro. Or Zyro? I don't know. No, I mean, like, obviously, I was thinking maybe something more musical. It is a possession by Miss Aria. Ooh, Aria is not, I mean, like, that's more of like a very feminine. I was thinking he's very masculine. But I know you like that's actually kind of like, I do like that idea. Like, I know yours is, you're saying it's something else. It's a coffee that is a volcano. Volcano that's on a planet for frozen. Wait. What? Your coffee? Polar Empire Coffee? It's a cafe that's in a volcano that's on a planet that's frozen. Let's see. Alan, is Nova Spanish? No, Nova is just like a supernova. Because kids, fun. You want me to? I guess I could give you a brief history of these characters, because these characters are actually from a different concept I had a while ago. Marrow. I don't mind Marrow. That could be his name. I don't mind that one. I think we could do that. Marrow. I like that. He doesn't speak. He doesn't speak. Who doesn't speak? I'm very confused. Who are you talking about? Ghosthead? Ghosthead doesn't speak. Oni Boi. I'm the only one that speaks. I mean, we both share the same body, but Ghost is the one who does all the doodles, and then Oni Boi is the one who does all the drawing. Right? Yeah, all the talking. Yeah, Ghost draws, Oni talks. But no, you're saying about Nova. I want to change. I actually do like that Marrow is interesting. I kind of like that. At least for a placeholder, I think it's fine. So I'm going to change that to Marrow. Marrow. Yeah, I like that, Marrow. For now, at least Marrow the Lullaby Hunter. I think that's okay. It's not like amazing. I have a name. Wait. Well, I mean, I'm for now, I take a placeholder. Maybe for the next one. Because I think either way, like these are not like set in stone, guys. Okay, these are not like, oh my god, this is the name. No, these are just like for now. For now, this is what they're called. And then what is it? Is there anything on that layer? I want to make sure. No, doesn't seem like it. Good. Whatever the name is, as long as it's not inappropriate, we could probably put for this one. You know? Here, let's do that. I'll blank this out a little bit. Just there we go. We'll have a different character too. And then we'll do. Here, let me write it in. Obviously, like I said, we're just designing a character. I want it to be a healer, okay? So this one is a. Let's do a healer. Healer. Star. Light. Actually, did I call it just Starlight? No. Hold up. Yeah, they are just Starlight. Okay. Okay, so these are Starlights. Let's see. Hello, Staycon. Welcome in. It's close to cantante. Oh, for singer. Canty? No, I don't like that. I'm sorry. Cantante, yeah, that's a singer. But can't? No, I don't like that. It doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like it rolls off the tongue. I think Meadow is not that bad. I kind of like Meadow. But this one's going to be star based. Like, so this one is going to be here. Oh, just so you guys could feel a little better about it. Just not looking at this dude. Here, we'll cover him up. Just so you know, it is not, we're not going to do this guy. Right? He's going to be a new character. We're going to make up. He's going to be a healer. Because right now we're just getting the idea down of what it feels like, stuff like that. It's probably going to be very bulky. Looking at it right now, the health. We're going to change the health to be like a lot higher. What are you doing? I'm working on a trading card game. We're going to talk about game design and stuff like that. Let's see, Mr. Ghost. In my game, there is a universe where the entire planet is still in ice age and there is a volcano. Oh, okay, I get it. That's interesting. Sorry, I was messing around with the name. Yeah, no worries. I'm on the other stream. Ah, you're on the vertical? The portrait? It's all good. Most people, I think they go on the horizontal, which is either or. It really depends on what you like for preference. So let's change some stuff around, right? Cover that. I think that was too big. And then let's do this one. It's not going to be fast. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a fast character. I mean, we could have like a fast healer, but I feel like then that's not really a very basic thing, right? So right now we have, so this one's at 3. Oh, I know it. Let's do 4. No, 2. Because we're going the opposite. Because someone said that bigger numbers felt faster. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I get it. If you guys feel that way about it, I understand. Like, I get it. You know? Like, I understand. If you guys feel like I felt it the other way. But obviously, I'm not the only person playing the game. McCann. For the star one, McCann doesn't sound bad. No, but why so many M names? I literally just... Yeah, because this is a K. This is an... this is going to be an M. M, Marrow. So I'm thinking away from M's, no M names. Alan, OMG, I posted a video 60 minutes ago and it's, ooh, very nice, Alan. I didn't know you posted a new video. I was out and about. So I did not see that new video that you dropped. I think this one's going to be bulky. Should it be as bulky? I think maybe a little less bulky than Alice. So 11, I'm thinking. Right? Let's go with like 11. Yeah, I think like 2 and 11 feels like a good amount. Just starting out. Can I suggest a name? Who's the next person after Meadow? Yeah, this one. That's what I'm saying. Not the M name. Because we already got K, we got A, Y, M. So this one's going to be like I'm thinking, so like direction wise, like art wise, right? Here, I'll do like a little doodle. I have like a little bit like in my mind kind of what they look like. I'm not sure what this one's going to look like. Okay. So in my mind, this type, these they're galactic. They're like they're starlights or whatever. So I'm imagining them looking very much like stars or kind of like a weird. Just like let's have this just as like the fill-in, right? For now. We'll actually play with like the concept later. These are just like a fill-in characters, nothing crazy. Calome. Wait, Calome? Well, I was literally saying away from the other letters. Nico El Grande. No. I mean, Nico's not like terrible. But Calome, we have Kires, we have Alice, Yuki, and Mero. Can it be creative name? Yeah, of course. It could be any name, but it's like, I want it to feel starry, galactic. Zero's not a bad one. Zero doesn't feel bad. Like that could be a running theme. Galaxel? Galaxel. I don't know. I'm not like sure on the Galaxel. Ladaka. Wait. Ladaki. No. That things that are too hard to say, no. Galactico. That's funny. I don't know if I want to go with like Spanish names. I mean, that could be an interesting theme. Galacticus? No. I mean, I think for now, let's just hold it off to the side. I think, I mean, Gakko. Gakko sounds funny. Could be like a funny character. We also don't know about the character, what it's going to be. These are just fill-in characters for now. I'm not sure what direction we're going to go with it. I know it's going to be a healer. All we know it's going to be a healer. We have to like make up moves and abilities. Like, what's the deal? Here, let's go. We're just going to like think of ideas, right? So what kind of healer do we want this character to be? Is it going to be like an aggressive healer? Is it going to be like, well, I think obviously off the bat, it is kind of like tanky, right? So it's a tankier healer on the slower side. So it's probably is going to be not aggressive. So it's not aggressive off the bat. We could tell that. Just looking at it, it's not going to be an aggressive character. And I'm thinking it's probably going to have the Omni direction, so I could just like hit everybody, right? So it's going to be using this one. Where is it? This one has it. There it is. See this one, this little symbol where it's like a mix of a glove and a target. Yeah, like for right now, like I said, this is just like a fill-in. It's not going to look like this for real. We'll actually make one. Gezo is interesting. I kind of like that. I think the Gezo might be it. Just because it sounds very galactic and weird, and I think I like that one. We'll do that one. I think for now, the fill-in right now is going to be Gezo. At least for now. Right later, it might change. I'm not like 100% sold on it, but just as like a fill-in name, I think it works. You know, for now. Jaimed. No, I've. It has to be something very easy that rolls off your tongue that you could say, "Oh, I'm sorry, chicken guy. I didn't even see your message." Chicken guy, hello. I'm sorry. Like shy, antisocial. Wait, I think he's not aggressive. He looks very. No, 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 no. Like Alan, this is not the character. This is just like a fill-in. This thing is just like a fill-in character. I wouldn't worry about what it looks like. I literally just made a star. You know, it's this is not how it's gonna look. The names are gonna change. Everything here is subject to change, right? We're just getting the idea down. Like, what are we building? You know, like so. I do like we want it to be bulky, right? So that's something for sure. It's gonna be bulky. It's gonna be a little slow. No, no, no. I just said just so like you know it's not this guy. I just put a little star because they are starlight. That is like so I imagine them very much because this is all like dream world. If it like this I was like I put it here just so you knew it wasn't him. It wasn't supposed to be like, oh, this is the guy. No, no, it's just supposed to be like a fill in. Here, do you want me to actually like we could doodle a guy? I was just gonna leave it more for like, oh, okay, let's mess with the concept around a little bit, like Starfire. But yeah, I was thinking, like I said, something here. Let's do. I don't think he's gonna be an actual star. Like I just, I want it. These are all dream world characters, so I'm just like imagining these like little goofy. This guy, I don't know what he would look like, perchance. You know, he could be a star. Like I don't know. We haven't decided yet. Just for now, just a Chabel is interesting. I mean, I think for now, like I said, we're gonna go away from the name and leave it as Gezo just for now, because what I want is like to design more of like a healer. You know, like what kind of healer are we building? So we want it. He is on the tankier side, right? He's on tankier, slower. So what do you think? Should he be up front healing people? Should it be more in the back? What kind of thing should we go with? Mr. Ghost, I'm so happy. Yeah, I know. It is so close. But it's like, you know what I mean? So what direction should we go with this healer? Should he be, like I said, should he be up close? Should he be in the get in the back? So you think more of a back healer. So is he gonna like straight up target from the back? Or is like he could shoot he could like I guess like do multiple things. More like an AoE thing where it's like he summons like a totem. No, I think like I said, stay con. I think we're going away from the name. Mr. Ghost, I will redo the art for the stream. Oh, okay, okay. It's all up to you if you want to. I'll probably think of a name this thing later. I usually like thinking of like silly things that they say, you know. But I'll do that later. I mean, unless if you guys want to help me with that too after we design them. It looks bad. The drawing? No, I don't think it looks bad. I think it looked good. I thought it looked really good, Mr. Ghost. So okay, so it's gonna be for now, you know, Gezo. Here, let me Gezo, a starlight healer. So he's gonna be like a healer type, right? I'm not even sure if I'm gonna call it healer. I think healer's not bad, but it could be something else. Maybe like medic. Medic could be interesting, or it could be. He's like, what we have here, we have a brawler, we have a wrestler, we have a tactician, and we have a hunter. I know. That's very nice. Thank you so much, Mr. Viewer. We're getting there. We're getting up. And I need to make some new shorts with the new content I made. Instead of for healer, it could be saver. Saver. Okay, that's kind of cute. I kind of like that. I like that. Because like I said, this is like a dream world. It could literally be anything. Savor. That's cute. I like that. When will you add the God pack? No, that's way later, YOLO. Right now, I'm literally just making a few characters so we could actually play test the game. You know, I'm doing like the very separate design. So we have over here, we have a rushdown character, Gires. We have like a bulky, more of like a brawl, like a bulky like grappler with Alice. We have like a zoner Yuki. We have over here, this one's more of a like a combo player. You know, as his name is gonna be Marrow. I'm gonna change it. Here, I'll do it here. Just so you know, it's Marrow. Or Meadow. That's like how I imagine it would be said. Meadow. There we go, Meadow. Like almost like hero, but with an 8 or M instead. Starlight and Saver merge into 2 words. Starlight Saver sounds like a cool name. It does sound really cute, actually. Where will we find the game? This one I'll have on like Tabletop Simulator. I'll have it available on Tabletop Sim. We'll see, because I still need to make a few more cards to actually. Yeah, I think this actually be really cute. The Starlight Saver sounds like a really cute nickname. Like, oh yeah, the Starlight Saver, because it's a combo. Later, they'll have other ones, you know, Starlight Hunter, Starlight Brawler, Starlight Tactician, stuff like that. Warden on Steam. Well, I mean, yeah, Tabletop Simulator is on Steam. And Alan, all right, I'm going to try to get a new name because Warden has both. Like I said, these are fill-in names. This is not locked in yet. The only ones that are locked in is Kides, Alice, and Yuki. Meadow, I kind of like Meadow. I might keep this one, but this one might change even. And this one's just a whole, like a fill-in name, just because I don't want the whole stream just to be finding a name. I think Meadow is not bad though. It sounds kind of musical, and it goes with hero and like music hero. You know what I mean? Like, so I think this one will be locked in. Warden, brass, and copper armor. For what? What are you talking about with the brass and copper armor? And Mr. Ghost also watched some game dev tips video. And I have some ideas for my character. Ooh. Nice. Very nice. What do you mean, brass and armor? Wait, Marrow? I don't get it. Brass and copper armor? What about it? I'm so confused. What do you mean with brass and copper? Oh, his name can be Starling, maybe. Starling? Starling's cute. Starling is kind of cute. It could be Starling. I kind of like that one. I think we could do Starling. Because for now, I think Starling is cute. Because it is like a little star character. I think that one's cute. I will do that one for now. Yeah, okay, let's do Starling just for a little bit. As at least a placeholder. Starling. Starling. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's keep Starling for now. I think it's good. I mean, like I said, later we'll design what it actually looks like. We haven't decided yet. Oops. So, okay, we know it's going to be a bulky guy. That's the same, but Moonian. That sounds more like an alien. Isabel, hey, I ate spicy noodles after I drank soda in my mouth. Oh no, I know. I don't eat spicy stuff anymore. I used to when I was younger. So okay, so I'm thinking instead of doing damage, this guy, he should have maybe like one damaging move, but it's gonna be like really weak, right? That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be like one really weak move. It's only a 1. He only does 1 damage. Because he needs to be able to do some damage even if there's no one there. Like, But it's not gonna be his thing, right? He does the 1 damage, and then he's gonna have 0 over here. Wait. Yeah, let's make that one. That one's gonna be a 0. Right? It's gonna be like a 0. No, I know. And like I said, we're gonna keep the names. I think these are fine. I think Starling works well for what we're doing. So it's gonna be a 0 damage. There's 0 damage there. For this is where okay. Oh, I didn't mean to. Yeah. Okay. So now, what kind of ability should we do? There's like a bunch of different things we could do. Because I think the ability really defines what is going on for this kind of character. So we know it's a healer. It's a slow healer. It's 11 health. It's a 2 speed, so slow, right? We know it's not going to be a fighter. It's definitely not a fighter. Because there's like different, like I'm thinking since it's a saver, or maybe actually, do we even want it to have any any melee? No, I think it needs to have at least 1 damage, right? I think it needs to have like some way to defend itself. It is like trying to hunt down nightmares in the game. Star shooter / healer. That's not bad. Like for the name, that could be cute. I like that. Just as the regular ability. This one. Here, let me make that a little smaller. I kind of like that star shooter. Gives me like a vibe for this character. You know what I mean? So you could have like a cute blaster. I could totally imagine that with like a cute little blaster. We could do kind of like one of these, like a just for now. This is like a fill-in. After you said that, I could totally imagine this character just like having a cute little blaster. You know, something like that. That's kind of like a cute concept. Obviously, it would not look like this. This is, you know, obviously I would want to make it more fun. Sun explosion. That sounds like a move. The sun explosion, but it sounds very epic. It doesn't sound like a saver. If it was like a hunter, no, Warden, this is not the character. I could do it, but like this is not the character. Just so you know, the character's not gonna look like this. This is just like a fill-in, just so you know that it's not. It wasn't Marrow. And then actually, now that I'm doing that, now I feel like no, he's not a gunslinger. I was about to pull like duel. I was gonna add like dual wielding, but I was like, no, he's not a gunner. I mean, if he was Starlight gunner instead of saver, because he's a saver, so he's gonna be saving people. Actually, I feel like even this doesn't work. Now that I thought about it, because like I feel like this is too. Him having that makes him feel like he's like a fighter. Yeah, like this, I have an idea for him. Sure, go for it. I mean, he is like a little like a star healer. He's almost like a doctor. Think of him that way. He's like a doctor. So that's what I'm like. I was thinking about. I was like, actually, I don't like him having a blaster. Maybe not shooter. I do like star. Like, yeah, I'm gonna remove star shooter because it says something else about him that I don't really want because he's like a little healer guy. I'm gonna just keep it where it's like this, right? For now. Yeah, I think something like that's like obviously this is not how it looks again. It's just like a fill-in. Can you do 3 blaster styles? Not for this guy. Healing star. I like healing star a lot more. I like that. That sounds good. Healing. Yeah, actually, that could be like the secondary move, actually. The better one. Healing star. I feel like that sounds really good. No, maybe for another character. Alan. Mr. Ghost, he could regenerate 2 cards, but it's redo their chances to regenerate the nightmare. Well, that doesn't really work for the game because every single card is on the table when you play. You're not drawing cards in this game. You don't actually draw a card. You know, so that doesn't really work. So this is like Healing Star, I think is a good one. I really like that one. It could even be like a decent amount. Which Zoro, but with guns. Yeah, I know, like a gun. Well, no, that's literally just what's a Death to Kid. I don't know if you guys seen him from Soul Eater. You know, from Soul Eater, Kid is literally he's just a dual wielder and he holds them upside down. Orbital Strike. That sounds funny. Orbital or healing. What? Yeah, so I'm thinking obviously like Healing Star just sounds good, right? And obviously the ability to heal. I don't know exactly what would he do. You know, like would it just heal your ally, heal target? My oral strike is literally from Starlink. That's Fox's power. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like maybe it could just be what could be the move? Doesn't really matter either way. Let's also change that up. Like looking at it. Yeah, let's change these. And then these are gonna be, I'm thinking, should it be like omnidirectional, or should it be like melee? Because I don't think this guy will be up close. He should be in the back. I'm thinking this one's gonna be like a target one, and then this one's gonna be the half. Right? This is half in the front, half in the back one. I'll know what it means. So this one, the Healing Star, he could do it from any direction. And then this one will be only from range. He can't get like do anything up close. Yay, no worries. Have a wonderful night. Yeah, I have a very good idea for my game now. Yeah, no worries. For Oni Boi. Ooh, very nice. Okay. I like it. Okay, so like yes, this one is going to be I like heal, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3. What do you guys think? Like heal 3? It's like yeah. Plus 3 HP to target. Something like that. I think Healing Star should be something like that. I think that'll work really well. This is mainly, remember, just to try it out. You know, this is to try out how it will work. This game will work out. Nice. That's awesome. I'm glad that you feel that way. Alan, I'm making my own character for a game. He has like a cloak on his head and it's like a fishbowl. Ooh, that's cool. With a solar system inside. That's actually kind of adorable. I think I like that. And then for the move, I'm thinking just like maybe like this oh, you know, I was thinking maybe this character could be a little more playful. And this one could be like, see, he's Healing Star. Maybe this one could just be like Star Bounce. Yeah, Star Bounce. I think that'd be kind of cute. Read my text. When? Did I miss it, Warden? Star Eyes. No, I read it. I just didn't I just skipped over it. I don't read like every single thing. Because you just said laser eyes, but I don't think that works. It doesn't work for the character because he's healing people. Give it a toy sword. No, he's not a toy. Toys are different. She's a toy box. See? Kides is a toy box. So she's a toy. She's a toy. She's a drawing. She's a doodle. She's a sweet treat, so she's gonna be candy in her finished version. This guy's gonna be a lullaby, so he's like musical based. And this guy he's like stars, galaxies, stuff like that. That's what he's gonna be like, his theme. So, and there will be weapons, there'll be gear and stuff. So like a toy sword could be a card, like its own card. So I'm thinking Star Bounce could be kind of fun. He can fly, and a Star Dog that'd be cool on a Star Dog. That'd be kind of cute. I could kind of imagine that, but then maybe that'll be a little different. I feel. Because I don't mind the idea of him having a dog. That could be kind of cute. Like having this little star character with a star dog. The star dog? Yeah, I was like, the star dog sounds kind of cute. Oh, then wait. I'm like thinking, how could that work? RB, card count so far. Last time I tuned in, you were making the slow monster. Slow monster. Which one? To my Yuki, the sweet. Right now we have these. You only need to play the actual game. You don't need a lot of cards. You know, you only need two heroes per side. Maybe the star reindeer. Oh, that's interesting. I think that's going on. It doesn't feel like a healer though. I feel like that could be like a guardian character. That'd be kind of cool. But you only need two characters to play the game. Because the way it works is that there'll be here, I guess I think I have a doodle you could see. Actually, I did before. Because someone asked how it works. Let me hide these. Yeah, see? So this is how it works if you're curious how the game actually works. So in the game, you only need two characters each, two pieces of gear each, two buffs each. And then on this side, wait. What is, okay. I don't know why, because I think I numbered how many was a total, right? And then these are shared cards. The middle are shared. So there's a nightmare. So like if you're playing the game RB, right? You're playing the game, you come in with your 6 and you come in with your 5. Oh, that's why I wrote 11. Right? So you have your 6 that you play, right? Here are the 6. And then you have 5 other cards that you bring. And then what ends up happening is you and the other player kind of like rock, paper, scissors of who picks their nightmare. So let's say you pick the nightmare. So you pick the nightmare, right? Then I get to pick the fragments, the assists. And then you pick the location. I pick the event. That's kind of how it works. Yeah, it's a card game. No, it'll be both. It'll be PC and IRL, both. Warden. This will be available for both. You'll be able to buy them when I finish making them. You'll be able to buy them on my website, and you'd also be able to play it on like TTS. But yeah, so the game, it works like that. This is what you have, and then this is like the shared cards. So we don't need many to actually play the game. I just want to have all the types. Just like so we get the idea down. So it's like, okay, so we have a rushdown character, we have a grappler character, we have a zoner, we have a combo character, where it's all about like buffs and like debuffs, that kind of thing. And then we have a healer. And I was like, okay, that'll be a good way to test how the game works. And then after that, then we're going to make the nightmare and the 2 fragments. What other characters are you going to make? A bunch. I have a bunch of doodles. I have like so many doodles. You'd laugh how many doodles I have. Like I have like a ton of characters that are candy based, toy based, just old doodles that I could use. The Starlight and the Lullabies, I don't have any made for them. Like this guy Marrow, I'm gonna have to change him up. I might actually just make him a toy. I might make Marrow the design like a toy, like her, and just do a different art for him. I just like might go the completely different direction. But like the thing that they have in common with like the toys, Toy Box, their thing that gets stronger over time. That's their whole deal. Doodles, their whole deal is about spacing, front and back. So they have like different abilities for being front and back. They have like that kind of thing. Sweet Treats, their whole thing is about action economy. So they're like, oh, like, see, like this one starts with 3 points, 3 actions compared to this one starting with 0. So you literally can only do one your first turn. This one starts off full. You know, Lullabies, their thing is about souping up. See? Here, I'll show you. Like they get stronger. They have like things to like change effects and whatnot. So if this card deals damage, add +1 to attack power next turn. You know? Or if this card hasn't taken damage, then it gains Omni range. You know, so like this one starts with melee range, and then after you like if this one hasn't taken any damage, now it could actually hit from in the back. That's the concept. So this one's gonna be a healer. This one's like his job is to heal everyone on the team, which is like a 2v2. But you know what I mean. You understand what I mean by that. So I was thinking like 3 health. It might actually be busted. We'll see when we actually get to testing it out. It might be a little too strong, but we'll see. I think it couldn't be too bad. Your PC caffeine. Okay. Yeah, no worries, Warden. But okay, so I'm thinking for Starling, right? We want a really basic ability. Oh, you know what we could do? I'm not sure if it might be too busted. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. I was just thinking right now, fun thing maybe he steal like when he hits, the ability could be no, actually I don't like that. I was thinking like if he was like that's like a vampire ability, right? I was gonna say if he hits like whatever damage he deals, he could take back. You know what I mean? But that sounds like a not a healer. That sounds like a vampire, more like absorbing energy and taking it. I'm like, no, that sounds interesting for a different one, but not for just like a basic healer. I want him just like to basically heal. Nothing too crazy. Just like, okay, I'm healing my buds. Boom, boom. What is going to be the ability though? You know, I kind of liked, I think someone earlier, what did they say? They said, what was it? Maybe, no, I don't know. It wasn't that. I'm looking at it. Orbital, oh, actually, the orbital thing or solar healing. Actually, maybe we could do like something like that. No worries, Warden. If it's not your thing, it's all good. Like we're just talking about game design. That's like the whole point of these streams. And it's just like it's easier to do game design in this sense, where it's like paper design, you know, compared to like actually going into the computer and working on like a 3D game, where this is like, okay, we could talk about what the characters actually do. Orbital healing sounds kind of like a fun ability it could have. You know? Oops. Orbit. Tell. Healing. Orbital healing. And then it could be, you're done, Alan? Ah, cool. So the ability could be orbital healing. And what could be the deal with the, like, what would be the healing? Would it be like maybe it heals like the front row? So you force this guy to be in the back. That could be kind of fun. You know? Or oh, maybe it could even be like a what's it called? Maybe an armor. He could add armor to his allies. Let's see. Alan, the sun inside him is like an eyeball, so he can't see. But he is evil. Oh, interesting. That sounds gnarly. So good thing. Orbital healing. What could be the ability for this guy? Maybe could be, huh? Thinking like you want him to. Oh, you know what it could be like the really good one. Just like add. Oh, you could be like add how much? Maybe like 3. I think that +3 HP to ally. Ally LM and himself. And this card. I think that could be interesting. So then it actually makes it a lot stronger. So he's gonna be a 14. I think that could be fun. He's a powerful being that if he's weak, summoning planets as big as him, but he's full power summons a full size planet. Oh, like a big yellow beam. That's funny. Yeah, so I'm thinking like this guy's just like he's like a healer. He just heals. So he starts off with he buffs his friend, right? I will have to see how busted this actually is in the game. So he starts off buffing his friends 3 health. You know, so he even makes Keyed S an 11. Actually, that might be too good. Right now that I look at it, that might be too strong. Maybe two. Like I thought about, I was like, 3 might be a little too much. Let's do 2 HP. Yeah. I think like 2 HP would be good. We'll see how busted healing actually is in this game. Right? And then Star Bounce. I think that's good. Healing Star +3. Yeah, I think that's better where it's like he actually has to use up a turn to heal his friends. Warden, can you add like a star-shaped thing on his chest, kind of like Iron Man? I mean, this isn't the character. We could actually doodle the character a little bit now, if you guys want. You know, because this is just like a doodle. Like this is not how he's gonna look. I've said it multiple times. This is not him. This ain't the dude. It could be if you guys like this design. He could just be like a little star. But I was thinking more like I don't know, like a starry, dreamlike, that kind of direction. You know? Hey, let's see. Dream character. We really want to. Wait. So like that's like I said, I want like it's like a very starry character, very I'm not sure what direction could we go. Because these are all dreams. What happened? Wait, what about going to Google? I think I did, yeah. It's weird, but he has gumballs and satchels. Temporary makes it plant inside. That's interesting. But what do you want, Warden? What are you talking about? He's like, this isn't the character. That's why I removed it. It was just a fill-in. It's not the design. And I did see it. Minecraft Blaze. All right, let me look it up. I'll look it. I don't mind looking up this stuff when we're doing this one. You said Minecraft Blaze. All right, let's see what that does. It's just like a stick. Are you talking about the little this thing where it looks? What is this? Where it kind of looks like a cube? You talking about that thing? Where it has like the little sticks? Is that the character you're talking about? And switch the sticks with stars. I mean, I get that's not like terrible. So he's just like a little star dude, or I don't know. They can be abstract. I don't mind them being abstract. You know, these could be like little abstract characters. The stars they're literally dreams. These are all dreams. They could be anything. No, there's 6 floating around it. But you actually want me to keep the little dude, where he's like a little star dude. Jason, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. We're doing some TCG doodles. And also, LaQuence? Hello, welcome in. I'm broke for emojis. No worries, Glitch. And Jason, the art kid. Hello. We're just doing, actually, I'm probably going to wrap up very soon if I'm being honest. Glitch, the artist. Yeah, we're doing like some TCG design. Making up like some characters along the way. Like, you know, eventually we'll do like some play testing. Nah, just call me Jason, the fart kid. Okay. That's funny. But no, okay, so like I said, here's some characters we were designing earlier. So we got Kides. She's like a rushdown fighter. She's, if you can know, she's very fast with the 5. 8 health, not a ton of health. She's a toy box brawler. So like if you're wondering the theme of this game, it is like a like dream world and you fight against nightmares. So you actually, the way it works is it'll be like a 2v2. Like you'll have 2 league members. These are league members if you're curious. 2 league members with gear and buffs, and you're actually trying to hunt down a nightmare. And the first one to hunt down the nightmare wins. So these are, we're just trying to make a few so we can actually start playtesting the game. So this one's Kides. She's rush down very fast. So the I gotta say, like later in the game, the better she gets, right? So when this card drops to 4 HP or lower, she gains +2 attack power. So normally she does a 1 or a 5. So it's 1 with 1 energy, 3 with or 5 with 3. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, then here is Alice the Wonder. She's a doodle. So these are like, it's like a dream world. You know, so they're all like kind of crazy and weird and stuff like that. So this one, her whole deal is Alice the Wonder. She's a doodle wrestler. She's a lot bulkier than Kides. She's a little slower too. You know, before she was a 5, this one's a 3. So her ability, Wonder Whiplash. When this card deals damage to an LM League member, they are locked in their zone until the next turn. So there's zones like a front zone and back zone. So if she hits somebody, they're locked and they can't move. Let's see. My brother throws this party thing for TCG right now. Really? That's so convenient. Flashpoint, welcome in. Looks fantastic. Is this your profession or is this a hobby? It is a hobby. I would love it for it to be my profession though. I actually work in advertising, believe it or not. But I would love to be a full-time game dev. This is like a side project. My main project is actually an action-adventure video game I'm working on. I stream that one on Mondays. I usually don't stream too much, though. That one, just because it's very slow progress. And I tend to not do much while I'm streaming. I tend to chat too much. So I think this is like an easy way to talk about game design and just like a lot easier, since paper design is a lot easier to move around and change. But yeah, so her whole thing is locking people into zones. So her first one, only 1 energy, 1 action, better yet said, is a sparking kick, 2 damage, which is not bad, right? It's better than it's better than Kides with the 1/1. So she has a 2/2, which you're like, well, what's the whole point of using a 2/2? Well, she actually has an added ability to this one. So moved damage LM to the other zone. So she has a magnet push. So her whole thing, if she hits somebody in the front, they get pushed to the back. I did, Warden. I read it. I read it earlier. I did. I read I read it, but I didn't like read it out loud. You know, make the head into a big star. I told you the design, that's not the design. We haven't designed the character yet, Warden. I've mentioned it many times. You're heading to bed. No worries. Have a wonderful night. Glad you jumped in. Okay, so her whole thing is about controlling where the opponent is, if they're in the front or if the back, because there are moves dependent on, like, so far there's only been melees. See, melee, or actually no, this is I forgot to mention this one's a back one. So Nova Dash is actually a back move, right? So you have to be in the back to activate this ability. Nova Dash, she does 5 damage, but after she activates her ability, she goes to the front zone. So she actually moves her partner to the back. They switch spots. Think of it as like a dash. Obviously, it is a dash. Then let's move over to Yuki, which is a tactician. It's very much like a zoner. She controls actions a lot. No worries. If you're not feeling it, it's all good, Warden. Have a wonderful night, Warden. Alan. And he has a rainbow gumbo when he eats. That's super random. That is like super random, Alan, but it sounds fun. It sounds like a fun, zany character. And then Yuki, she's a sweet treat. She's like, these are all like you said, they're all like weird and crazy, I guess. She's a candy base. This is not the final doodle. This is just like an old art that I had and I used it up. An E-wave back. Grenades explode. I know. Oh, so what is this character gonna be? You like So from what it sounds like, Alan, you're saying you're making like a zoner character, very like ranged, right? Similar to Yuki. Yuki is a ranged character, if you could see. Her whole thing is range, and then she has like an omni, meaning she could do it from front or back. So she's minty medley. There's a 3 energy, 6 damage, massive. She's like a cannon. But after she shoots off the cannon, it takes a while to charge up, right? So she can't use the 2 energy to make a mint wall. Well, removes 1 action from a target LM. So she's actually able to stun. Like think of it as like a stun. She's like removing energy from opponents. So her whole ability is Glacial Command. When this card takes melee damage, the attacker loses 1 speed until the next turn. So she's very slow, but if someone hits her, they get slower. So in the next turn, maybe her ally could pass them up. Alan, it's an RNG because if the moon had, oh, that's very interesting. That is actually a really fun one where it's like I feel like that would be cool to add something like that in my game too, with like a dice roll. So it's like maybe like multiple moves. I would maybe actually have one move just with multiple outcomes. That'd actually be really fun, but that seems very like a random, like a gambling type character, not something you'd want to see in the very beginning. Oh, and then let's go up to Meadow. Meadow, the Lullaby Hunter. Actually, I might going to change it to Hero. Now that we've gone into that direction, let's call it Lullaby Hero. I think that's going to be way better. Let's call him the Lullaby Hero. I think that's actually really cute and it just works, right? Yeah, so he's is Meadow the Lullaby Hero. Echoing notes, if this card deals damage, add +1 to the attack power. So he gets stronger every time he hits. It doesn't, obviously, it only lasts for 1 turn. So don't think he gets like busted either. So a pulse hit, it's actually pretty good. Now that I look at it, pulse hit might be one of the stronger ones, right? Yeah. Yeah, like I looked at it. He's gonna be pretty strong. We'll see how busted that is though. And he has it's a true harmony. If this card hasn't taken damage this turn, gains Omni. So Omni is like you could hit front or back. So if you're in the back, you could actually charge up and use true harmony. So it's like the idea is that since he has like a whip, he's able to whip around his ally to hit the enemies. And then this one, I think is I'm kind of digging Starling. Starling, the Starlight Savior. We don't have a doodle for it, obviously. This is just like, I do like the concept of the floating stars. We will keep that for sure. I thought that was a good idea that Warden had. Actually, I'm going to, here, let's do this. Let's change that a little bit just so we know. So the character will be here, right? Character. And then we'll have like little stars floating around him, like different size stars. Ooh, you know I liked, I just thought of right now. What if this guy was actually just sitting on a star? That could actually be really cute. Right? I think that'd be kind of fun. Where he's like sitting on an actual star, that'd be really cute and fun. There we go. I don't know what he's gonna look like yet. I don't know if he's gonna look like a star. You know, maybe he does. Maybe he looks like a star. That could be something. You know, he could be his deal. It looks I haven't decided what the starlings will look like. I know they're gonna be like very galactic-y, but I'm not sure like how star like they're gonna look. And then oops, did not mean to do that. I wanted just to switch this into this, right? And I'll have like this doodle done for Tuesday. I have like a design for it, like done by Tuesday, I feel. It's not like high priority, obviously. The art isn't like important yet. It later on is when the art will actually matter for this game. I'll just do like this, and he'll have like, since he's like a little savior guy, right? Obviously, it's not how he's gonna look. I'm just filling it in, right? Flashpoint. Here is a thought. Make him look like a planet and give him a little headband and of a planetary ring. That is kind of cute though. Oh, you know what? You gave me an idea though. Not exactly that, but I was thinking like a collar. You know what I mean? Like something like that could be fun. Oh, then maybe I don't want him sitting. You know, I don't want him sitting anymore if I'm going to go in that direction. Maybe he's just like really small. Right? He's just like a little small dude. Or something like that, right? He could be like a little dude and he could just have like these things swirling around him. Would be kind of fun if that's the direction we're going with these. I haven't decided yet exactly what's the deal with the starlings. The stronger they are, the more planets they have orbiting them. Ooh, that's kind of a cute lore for these guys. Well, then he's not very strong. I think he's kind of. I think you have too many. Then I do like that concept. Yeah, let's change those up. I do like the idea of him having one, right? Or here, I'm gonna change that. Let's mess with this concept a little bit more. Right? It's gonna be like a little dude. And I did like the concept of it, like almost like like I said, like one of these things going on. And then he could have like a little not sure how I want to do this. Okay, let's change this. I'm gonna just cover this up. Hold up. And then let's do oops, did not mean to do that. So I'm thinking let's go with like a different pose. Like now that we're actually like kind of designing him now at this point, right? I do like the concept of him being oh, you know what we could do? I thought of an idea. So let's do oops. Okay, hold on. Obviously, like I said, this is a very rough, right? I'm thinking something like this. And then have him kind of like controlling thinking like controlling the star. Right? That's what I'm thinking. Oh, yeah, okay, wait, hold on. Let's do a star under his arm. So he's almost like a star wrangler, right? Like he's holding on to stars. Like that's like just like his normal thing. They're like these little cute stars that are just like almost like babies. And then let's do thing like that. Let's do. I'm like, wait, no. There we go. Right? And then he could just be like, there. Okay, like I think this obviously is super rough concept behind this. But like now after you said that, I'm kind of getting this like imagery of him kind of like moving these little stars around. And they're just like little ones. Yes, he's like a little healer dude. You know? He's nothing crazy. This is like a basic character. He's not like a boss or anything. I'll probably play with the concept a lot more. I'm still not sure exactly what I want to do with them, but I do like the idea of him like messing around with these cute little stars. I still think I like the design language for the starlings. Like I said, I know these guys, this is a toy. I'm using Clip Studio. But like I know like this one's a toy, right? This is an action figure. There's gonna be other ones. She's probably not gonna change too much. These are actually like these are old drawings I had, and I just threw them in. This one's Alice. She's gonna be a doodle. Obviously, I'm gonna change her art style too. She's gonna be Candy. This one's a robot right now, but I'm gonna change her into a Candy. This one I'm still not sure, but it's gonna be a more musical based. This actual art, I might change him more into an action figure, I was thinking. And then it's like, I don't know. Actually, I do like him being this guy, but I'm just going to modify him to be more musical. You know? For sure, this instead of electricity, I'm thinking these could be like musical notes. That could be actually really cool. And then these, I think these could be little little galaxies or stars. I think that's kind of a cute concept. It wasn't like my intention originally when I just said I was like, well, they're starlings, they're little star galactic people or whatever. I didn't imagine them to be like, oh, you know what I'm thinking? These guys could be like pajamas. These guys will be wearing like pajama like clothes. That's what it is. They're gonna be like, so this is like a pillow. Oh yeah, I like that already. I got it. So these guys are all like sleepy. This is like it's like a dream world. You know, this is gonna be actually really funny. Yeah, these are gonna there's gonna be like almost like a nightcap, like kind of thing. With like the little slippers. Yeah, I think these characters are gonna be like obviously it is like I said, it's like a dream world. So it can be more fantastical or whatnot. But I was just thinking maybe they're like loosely based on sleep. Because that could be actually really cute. I'll play with that. So I'm thinking I'll just write it down for next time, just so I know. Sleep based. Yeah, that's oh no, you saying for this guy? Well, no, because his whole thing is that he's able to change range from melee into long range. So I was thinking like these are more like whips. So it's like you hit it like so it's like the whole thing with this one, the true harmony. You hit once, and like you know like it's like kind of like you're building it up. You're building it up. So as long as like, you don't get hit in one turn, then you're able to add range to your next hit. So it's like you're winding it up. As soon as you get hit, you're like, oh, it breaks. You're like your music, your you know your true harmony broke, and you have to build it up in your next turn. Like, okay, now I'm able to hit farther away, because this game does matter on your range. So like this is how the concept works. See, so it's like a 2v2, like you have two heroes or two league members each. You have two pieces of gear, two buffs. And then these are shared. There's a nightmare. The whole point of the game is to defeat the nightmare. Hello, oh, thank you so much for subbing, cool dude. So nightmares are like you have to defeat the nightmare. That's the point of the game. You could actually attack the enemy, but it doesn't actually. You don't win by defeating your enemy. You win by defeating the nightmare. All you do by defeating your enemy is making them lose a turn. They regenerate because it's like a dream world. That's not the point of the game. The point of the game is to defeat the nightmare. So yeah, like these are. So when you go against the nightmare, right? The point, like the nightmare is actually protected by two fragments. They're like partial nightmares. They're not full on nightmares. They're like little pieces of it. So that's why they're called fragments. So each player has to defeat a fragment. Then they're able to hit the nightmare. And then the nightmare has location and events. So when you play the game, you would bring your 11 cards. You only need 11 cards to play the whole game, which is a little different from most cards. Most games, you need like 60 or more cards. This one, you actually only need 11 cards. So you have your 6. Then you have 5 that are shared. And then the way it works, you do like, I don't know, rock, paper, scissors, flip a coin, dice, doesn't really matter. Whoever wins, they get to choose if they go nightmare first or nightmare second. So if you, let's say you get it, right? You're like, okay, I want to go nightmare first. You put down your nightmare. Then I put down the 2 fragments. And then you put down the location or the event. You get to choose. and then I put in the leftover. And then after the first round, win or lose, we switch. So instead of you playing the nightmare the second round, I play my nightmare, and it's like a 2 out of 3. So whoever wins, that's how it works. You could just do like a one and done, which ideally I think that's a lot of people would really like it. The fairy pack, because a pack would consist of how many? 17 cards. So you would have every single card available to play the game when you open a pack, which I think a lot of people would love to do, like a draft deck. Well, I guess a draft play with one pack is kind of fun. Well, either way, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I've been streaming a little over an hour. I think it's good. Wait. You just said you want to make him more music-like. Yeah. No, I'm going to add this dude. I'm going to give him more music. Like, I'm going to make him look more musical. And these electrical bits are going to be... Here, I'll do... Where is it? No. Just so I can show you an example of what I mean. Here, this is like the concept I'm thinking. I'll do it before I wrap it up. And it was like, I think I was using the classic one for this one. This is what I'm thinking for this character, right? No, that's humongous. That's a huge brush. So I was thinking stuff like this, right? Inside of it, inside the electrical bits. Stuff like this. So you'd see like these kind of like things inside of the electrical. But obviously nice. This is like a super rush doodle. But I do like the musical staff for a different character. That could be cool. This character, he's a little speedier. He's not like super fast, but he's on the faster side with 3 speed. And he's not very like bulky. His whole thing is his buffing himself. He's able to buff himself. So he deals damage by hitting, and then he's able to add range by not getting hit. So as long as he doesn't get hit, he adds range. The lines that music is written on paper. Yeah, what about them? About the notes you're talking about? Yeah, because I was thinking I was gonna change because like I said, these are old doodles. It's not how he's gonna look. It's probably gonna be changed from electricity onto like multiple lines. So these electrical lines look more like actual music notes, like sheets. You know what I mean? Where it's kind of like this or whatever. Because it's usually like 3. But I think something like that will work, obviously. Here, I like to write in my notes. Just so people know. Musical. Musical. Because I know a lot of people get like caught up with what it looks like. A lot of people get caught up with the art. It's just like I fill in old art that I had. I was like, oh, I could just use these. So people, and then but people get caught up. Like I know earlier someone was getting caught up with this character. And I was like, no, this is not the final version. This is just a doodle. We haven't gotten the direction for Starlights yet. But I think making them sleep-based is a really fun idea. Either way, like I said, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I seriously appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, Alan. Wait, so you checked out concept art after streaming? Love post art. Yeah, I'll check out your short after. But yeah, thank you so much, Alan. Flashpoint. I like to say goodbye to everyone who actually write. Warden, I know you left, but I like to still say it. Addy GRF. I don't know how to. I just call it Addy, I guess. Addy, glitching artist. Jason the art kid. Who else? I know there's a bunch of people. Black Quinks? Wait. Black Quints? Also. Wait. I know. I like to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Mr. Ghost was also here for a long while. Staycon, Isabel, YOLO. Who else? I know there was a few more people. I know Warden was here a while. Now that I look at it, Warden wrote a bunch. I think that's everyone who wrote on YouTube. Let me check Instagram. Instagram. I don't see any messages left on Instagram. Twitch. Did anyone leave a message on Twitch? No, I think we're good on Twitch. And let me check. I know you're probably laughing like, yeah, I got to check everything. I also have to check vertical. Let me check YouTube vertical. YouTube vertical. Anyone leave a message in here? I think it was just Isabel. Isabel's the only one that left a message in there. Okay. I think we're out of here. Thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day. See you next time. Goodbye.